All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call line la Eloheinu, we Yahweh Bashim Shine Bashim Harakakadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and a hearty shalom to the elect. And I want to say, Tawadi Abashim Shine. I want to give a hearty Tawadi Abashim Shine for allowing me to do this lesson. All right, it's a 2-minute video. And this Edomite is on the video stating that Americans should be afraid as the Trump administration continues to downsize the government in order to save money, which is whatever these white people gonna do, whatever they're gonna do, right? But in the instance where they should be afraid is because the Lord, ultimately, that's in control of all this, is bringing down, is stripping America, okay? And we can see that the Lord is stripping America in this instance through this article via its missile defense system, okay? So we're going to listen to what the Edomite got to say and get some scriptures and close out. Lord, will you be edified, all right?
Modern home security, my tale. What's Simply Safe got that I don't?
24/7 monitoring that acts on an alarm in 5 seconds to help stop crime in real time.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
Plus no contracts, ever.
Maybe Simply Safe and I could work together.
Scaredy cat.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
We're hearing tonight a warning from one of the several hundred FAA employees who was just fired. I'm, quote, I'm scared to death, and the American public should be scared too, is what we're hearing from Charlie Statlander, who says he was working on an urgent FAA defense program in Hawaii to detect incoming cruise missiles. He thought his job would be spared because it focused on national security. But on Friday, along with hundreds of other FAA probationary employees, he was fired, and Charlie joins me now. And thank you for being here. It's great to have you. Because obviously this warning, you say that the American public should be scared by your firing and the hundreds of your FAA colleagues as well. Why is that?
I do think the American public does need to be concerned about, not only my firing, but also the firing of so many public safety, national security professionals at the FAA and, within the Department of Transportation, but, writ large also throughout the federal government. And I gave that quote about being scared to death because while I can't talk about the specifics of the project I worked on and what all I was doing, what I can tell you is that the FAA National Defense Program that I was a part of and was incredibly proud to work for the mission, to accomplish the mission of, has an incredibly important national security role. And I was working on incredibly important national security work. And
so he's saying that the national security is at risk. America is at risk, okay? All right, and we know America is going to be at risk because America, all right, which is Babylon the Great, is going to be destroyed. And this is what we need. This is what we want, because this is what's going to bring about the kingdom, America being destroyed. And the Lord is doing it. He's gutting it from the inside out, all right, and from the outside in, all right? Geopolitically, he's doing that, and politically, he's doing it from the inside out, okay?
By being summarily fired without any warning, actually while I was in the process of working.
Because all these people that are being terminated from their jobs, it's going to be hard for them to find work, all right? And then as prices of things go up, beef may start going up, the price of beef may start going up, eggs are already expensive, okay? As these things go up, people are going to start losing their minds, okay? And as people start losing their minds, crazy things are going to happen, like breaking in, robbing in, murdering, stealing food, things of that nature. All right, let me see. Sedition. I think I spell it this way. Sedition. That's definitely not how you spell it. All right, this is Second Esdras, chapter 15 and 14, it says, woe to the world and to them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. All right, this is this dismantling of governmental agencies is going to have drastic effects on people. Okay, the FDA, veterans. Okay, Social Security Administration, people receiving their money. Okay, and then as we see here in this article, all right, because he doesn't really say that, he just keeps mumbling, bumping his gums about nothing, about stuff he can't say. All right, this is affecting the missile defense system of America. All right. So it says here, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Then you got, Jacob and Esau with their race war. I believe it was in somewhere in Kentucky or Ohio, where those Edomites was on a bridge with their, those Nazi flags. And then I seen another video where Jake was armed to the T with all their weapons to stand up against Esau. All right. It says here, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right. And when people start starving, no roof over their head, no water to drink, and are hungry, they're gonna start breaking into people's houses. All right, they're gonna start rape, robbing, and murder. Okay, don't forget, some time ago Trump was talking about a purge. Okay, we can't forget that. All right, but verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because their pride the city shall be troubled. Their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. The pride of these Edomites, man, the pride of the wicked, stripping down the American people to basically nothing, which is going to entail them taking that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, which you should not take. Okay. All right. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right. And that's what's coming. All right. It's going to come sooner rather than later. Okay. But this guy, he's saying that Americans should be afraid because the missile defense system is out, or the missile defense workers in this FAA, all right, are being fired. And if you really don't have anybody to work on missile defense, and I also heard that Trump had fired some nuclear arms people that had access to the nuclear war sites in a sense, and they're nowhere to be found. All right, the Lord is making this place bare. But I just looked up missile defense. Okay, it says missile defense is a system is a system, weapon, or technology involved in the detection, tracking, and interception, and also destruction of attacking missiles. All right, if America doesn't have any missile defense system, how is it going to defend itself? And if it has less than what it had prior because of lack of workers, how is it going to defend itself? But nonetheless, I could care less to answer that question. All right, it says conceived as a defense against nuclear-armed intercontinental ballistic missiles, its application has broadened to include short-range non-nuclear tactical and theater missiles. And then it goes into the countries that's developing their missile defense. But that key defense, the point of its defense is key against nuclear-armed intercontinental ballistic missiles, which could come from some of these nations down here: India, China, France, all right, which is an Edomite nation. But you got China, India, Iran, and Russia. All right, it could come from these nations. All right, but nonetheless, okay, this is what needs to happen for America to be destroyed. All right, this is Joel chapter 2. And I'm going to start at, this is talking about the missiles, okay? All right, I'm going to start at 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and give an alarm in my holy and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. And we can see that it's nigh at hand, all right, because the Lord is slowly but surely tearing down this place, man. All right. I'm gonna get straight. I'm gonna just keep reading. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great and a strong, a great people and a strong. There have not ever been the like. And it's talking about these missiles. Okay, these thermonuclear missiles was gonna bomb America. All right. It says, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Because once those thermonuclear missiles hit America, and wherever the Lord has them going, it's going to leave America a devastation, a waste, okay? This land is going to be astonished. It's the home of the free, and you know, all this other nonsense, and you know, great buildings and great architecture, and the people that, you know, built it up and made it, which is your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians through y'all hardcore slavery. All right, the Lord's going to bring it all down. All right. This is This is Malachi chapter 4. Well, let me see. I think it's Micah. No, it should be Malachi. All right, yep, it's Malachi chapter 1. In verse 1, it says, the burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say in, where hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yeah, I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. And this is what the Lord is going to do here in this time, man. Okay. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places, and they have, off the backs of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Salakia. Salakia. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. All right, and I'm going to look at that word, throw down. All right, it says to tear down, break down, overthrow, beat down, break down, destroy, pluck down, pull down, throw down, ruin, destroyer, utterly. All right, and that's what the Lord's going to do here to America, man. Okay, all right. I'm going to go back to Joel in a second. This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. All the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts. But it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Okay, and that's what's coming. Great fire. All right. I'm going to go back to Joel here in a second. This is 2 Peter chapter 3. In verse 10, it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Okay. How should we be conducting ourselves? All right. By having more faith and believing on the Lord, paying attention and seeing what the things that the Lord has to pass, seeing what the Lord has brought to pass and what he's continued to bring to pass. Okay. It says here, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right, and that fervent heat is 100 million degrees Celsius. And if and we can see that America's being dismantled from the inside, all right, there's businesses closing, all kind of things that's going on that's dismantling America, okay? All right, we can see that its missile defense system will start being, it's starting to be dismantled, okay? How should you be? How should you be acting, okay? We should be more full of faith as we can see that the Lord is bringing things about, okay? Let me go back to Joel. These proud-ass white people about to go down, man. All right, this is Joel chapter 2, verse 4. It says, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set array in battle. Before their face the people shall be much pained, and all faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb through the wall like men of war. They shall march everyone on his way, and they shall not break their ranks. There's not, Lord willing, there not be any missile defense system, okay? All right, to protect America, all right? We can see that through this article, it's starting to dwindle down. It's a process that's beginning, okay? But if since there will be, or if there is no missile defense system, okay, nothing is gonna stop these missiles from coming here to enter into America, okay? It says, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, America can be looked at as sword, because look at how it has divided asunder the tribes, all right? Look at how it has cut the relationship between the man, woman, and child, okay? All right? Look at how it has cut the relationship between the woman, and the man and the man, okay? It's done it in many horrible ways, okay? So America can be looked at as a sword, okay? It's a destroying instrument. That's what a sword is, a killing instrument, okay? And America has killed you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians for a mighty long time. All right, with its ways, its doctrines, philosophies, food, air, water, schooling system, financial system, all right, the housing authority system, the government's ways they had set things up. You know, even within the Constitution, you're 2/3 of a man. I believe it's 2/3 or 1/3 of a man, okay? And how the laws are not catered to you, but it's catered to the rich and to the Edomites. All right, but it says here, they shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief. All right, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, and the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of Yahweh is great and very terrible, who can abide in it? The answer is nobody, man. Okay, especially if America's missile defense systems is down, all right, and then you gotta have a bunch of trouble within that time frame. Nobody's going to be able to abide, okay? But Lord will you edify to the next time. Shalom.